Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and welcome to November. November 1st starts off beautifully with a new moon in Scorpio at 9 degrees conjuncting the sun in your 11th house, which is a lucky house. I'm so excited for this. Hopes, dreams, wishes come true, windfalls, large networks, humanitarian causes, science, scientific breakthroughs, the internet, celebrities fall here, just to name a few. And it trines over to Saturn. Saturn rules you over in Pisces in your third house of communication. Third house also covers day-to-day travel, social media, vehicles, ads, marketing, books, writing, I said social media apps, speaking, early education, bookshops, coffee shops. You could have a written or spoken project take off over the next 6 months by the Scorpio full moon in May, showing results by then. The idea or thought may come to you now and over the next few weeks or as a eureka moment, and it could be around those third house topics that I just mentioned. Could be a new vehicle as well. Something there can go viral by the full moon, so write any ideas or anything that comes through the ethers. Write that down now. If you get a message through like the internet, the email, a childhood friend, a sibling, cousin, aunt, uncle, somebody with Aquarius placements, this trine to Saturn in your third house is a beautiful, stable marker of a new beginning in your neighborhood with vehicles. You can find a dream vehicle over the next 6 months, and that can be a godsend to anybody who has ever owned a junker. Dream neighborhood, you can also get solid, stable investment ideas for land, property investments, not just stock. Again, that could be like a tip from a friend or family member. And I say this because Pluto and Mars rule Scorpio, and Pluto and Mars rule in turn this new moon, and they're heading into that second house of land and property, which would be Pluto into Aquarius, your second house, and the 8th house, which would be Mars and Leo, of investments and shared resources. Last but not least, this reminds me of when a group of everyday people had joined together that all became rich. They were just, the hoi polloi, and I think it was like game day, So just research that, game day stock, I believe. Something like this can happen too. On the 2nd, Mercury moves into Sagittarius, your 12th house of rest and seclusion, where you've been hosting Venus. And later in the month, on the 21st, the Sun will join here too. So there's like a really strong focus in November and then December on Sagittarius energy for you in that 12th house, which is actually beneficial. I see this as very good. The 12th house can be a house of hidden enemies. It can have some negative connotations, but I think for you, this is going to go quite well. There have been trines from this 12th house over to your Aries North Node and Chiron in the 4th house of home and family, continuing a healing story or fate somehow around your home and family members if there have been any difficulties, healing yourself if you were having health issues, subconscious issues, psychological issues coming up, working behind the scenes on an artistic or creative project, a piece of music or art, or maybe even a home-based or spiritual business. These can all be topics where you can really tap into and find some goodness. Finding a home that you love can happen, and it makes you feel secure. Last, you and a partner could have been having deep discussions maybe last month, but hopefully healing ones. And you've possibly been secluded away from prying eyes, or nobody knows that the two of you are in these talks or spending this time together, diving deep into intimacy, as these houses are hidden houses not open to the public, and will continue until January with the retrograde starting on the 26th. Buy your gifts, buy your travel insurance or gift receipts, the activation cards when you buy those gift cards, or tech items. Now get them through November 8th. If you can't do it, once again, keep those receipts in like an envelope, any kind of coursework online, because Sag rules like courses and education, but also travel. The next time to buy tech gifts or travel would be January 2nd. I'm not saying you can't travel during the holidays. It's just make sure your tires are checked, make sure, those plane tickets are booked with an itinerary plan or a plan B. On the 11th, Venus enters your first house, Sun or Moon, until December 7th. Oh, this is great. Glowing you up just in time for the holidays. So she'll be moving out of your 12th, where you've been maybe a little bit more hidden away from the world, and kind of pulling you out of your shell just in time for the holidays. Having fun time with friends, getting a new outfit, hairstyle, spending money on a love partner or your children. You could have more social invites, opportunities, and it's a great time for this as we are entering the holiday season. It is a time of year that I absolutely love. Money and love can be magnetized to you now, as the ruler of your 5th house of true love and romantic partners is going into that first house of you. On the 15th, the full moon in Taurus at 24 degrees conjuncts Uranus. But for you, this is actually positive. I don't know if it will play out that way for everybody, but for you, it trines your sun, moon, or ascendant. This is also beneficial for Virgo as well. Late degree caps from 20 degrees and up and happens in your 5th house of love, romance, joy, children, money, luck, and sports. It conjuncts a fixed star called Algol, which can have some pretty negative connotations if you look it up, but is a star also known for great wealth, and you can literally win the lottery, especially since the depositor of this full moon is Venus, and Venus is on your ascendant right now, like you win. You can make money on this day or get a payout from speculative gains. You can release a creative project out to the public now and receive positive recognition and popularity from it. It should be very well received with Venus in the 1st, but ruling this full moon as well. You will want to spend time with your children if you have any, or go full-on committed to a partner, as your ruler Saturn is in Pisces and going direct this day as well. On the 20th, Pluto fully goes in Aquarius now for the next 18 years, finally leaving your 1st house, and I'm sure you will be feeling much lighter, brighter, and happier with this next transit, as you have definitely emerged, Capricorn, as a completely different person, as Pluto does nothing less, and I am sure it wasn't easy. But it is leaving a stronger, more empowered, unbreakable you. Pluto will be transiting your house of land, property, self-esteem, and increasing all of these things. Banking, bank accounts, a diet on what you put in your mouth or throat, and immediate family, land and property. These are all 2nd house areas. You will, over the next 18 years, be purging bad diets, maybe getting dental or facial or cosmetic enhancements. There can be shifts within your immediate family, or a family member goes through profound changes, and you're their guiding light, especially after having hosted Pluto for so long. You're going to be able to tell Aquarius what this is all about. You could become filthy rich, especially with like land investments within a group or something like that. I think the best way to also increase your income with Pluto and Aquarius in the 2nd house is being charitable, starting a business or work that involves not only helping people, but that can also help increase your money. Like you develop an app that helps children with a learning disability where they can learn in a new way, yet that app takes off and earns you like multi-millions, Another example I can give you is there's an attorney that I know who became quite wealthy. His law practice is one that is devoted to protecting the rights of people and children with disabilities, and good karma has absolutely followed him. This person now owns several homes and properties, so this is like a very perfect way that this can play out. These are just a few examples, as Mars will be in Leo in an opposition in your 8th house of shared money, taxes, loans, inheritance, death and rebirth, trauma and secrets, and highlighting a struggle between these two money houses, so Mars in the 8th and Pluto and Aquarius in the 2nd. This could also be highlighting an independence story versus codependence, what you share with an immediate partner and what you're trying to do on your own. It doesn't have to be a bad time. It could just be you spending more time until January with a serious partner, maybe behind closed doors, and diving into intimacy, as these two houses are very sensual houses. They're naturally ruled by Taurus and Scorpio. If anything difficult is coming up with shared resources, secrets, sensitive topics with a partner, Neptune is here trying to lend compassion or empathy in these communications that may have been hard with this partner, or healing in general. The sun is moving into Sag on the 21st, your 12th house of healing and rest, and can also be helping this opposition out as well, highlighting a need to maybe go away with a partner, and that could be beneficial, but also maybe just a time for you if you can get away over the next few weeks. You can also be looking over debts or even receiving foreign money, and maybe you're able to find like solutions or tax breaks on a business that helps you grow your bank account and at the same time eliminate some debt. This opposition will be felt most from until about January, and then again in April, but the degree mark is 0 to 7 degrees Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising, but also if you have Leo or Aquarius placements around those degrees. Pluto will be transiting your house of land, property, and self-esteem, and bank accounts and diet, and purging these bad habits, but can also make you rich in this house, maybe through 11th house means like group investments, some kind of business that does something good for a large amount of people, but also increases, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I just realized that I was just repeating myself. What I meant to say was this opposition has Neptune trying to help with compassion and empathy and communications with a partner, or there could be healing discussions just in general. And if you're not partnered, this could be just talking about or going over sensitive or painful, possibly 8th house topics. The sun is in the 11th house, but also sextiling Pluto and trining Mars. And this could look like you getting resources with ease or money, and it could come in through like powerful friends or allies to help you accomplish those financial goals or funding or independence on a positive note. This is really, again, only for 0 to 7 degrees Cap rising, and the second and the 8th house is in high focus now until January. And then the opposition splits up a little bit, and then it will come back together, I think, around April, before finally moving forward and being over with once Mars comes out of retrograde. Last but not least, it could also be some project that you're working on that you can get a contract or a windfall for, and it increases your bank account, your esteem, land and property, and you'll be also possibly reviewing your contracts and your taxes in the month ahead. Take care, Capricorn, and we'll see you in December.